Hopefully no internet problems. Okay, all seem good. Okay. Yeah, hopefully no internet problems today. Um anyway, more Raptor work coming your way. Uh didn't get my watch back yet, but we're ready. We got the blue and white theme on standby. Get that hat out of here. Uh why did I throw that? Give it back. Put it right here. Fuck, can we put it on? Is that gonna clip through? Anyway, I've been thinking about it. I know we spent a decent amount of time on this. I think we erase this and maybe even this. I'm just not really liking them. I don't know how to put it. I don't care for it. I don't know how to make it something I like. Um this looks more like a towel than it does like what I want. So, I'm thinking we erase. I don't know. What do we think? Let me do. Damn, dude. How do I get this microphone out of my goddamn? I should have muted you for that. Sorry. Um, Let me do some experimenting. See if we can maybe get it to a state that we like. If I do it like this, I feel like maybe it contours a little better, but it just feels like it's like a hanging vine more than anything. It doesn't really feel so much like it's feathers, right? I feel like it looks better without them. Let's look at a couple of pictures of raptors again. Go to ye old Jujel. Google. What? Oh my god. Yeah, thanks. I know you can't reach the page G. No, I'm not choosing Chrome. Fuck you and don't ever ask me again. Raptor with feathers. Let's do this. Let's see what we can see. Okay, I shouldn't have gotten the thing all ready. Okay. What? I don't want AI. There's no image section. What is this? I don't want AI. There's no situation where I want AI. There we go. Thank you. So this is, I thought this was a Deinonychus, not a raptor. Also, I'm going to take the hat off now. Put that over there. Okay. So these images, well, actually, it's kind of close to this recreation. Looking at it, that's surprisingly close. I'd have to put more feathers all over the body, though. I don't know that that's going to work for me. Um, I don't know. I feel like it's too connected and too blocky. It doesn't feel unique enough. Maybe if I break them apart in a way. So let's take, oh shit, I don't have the colors anymore. Let's just yoink that color real quick. So what if I take this and just kind of like, you know, and then we'll squeezed it, you know? I'm gonna get this fucking thing out of here. Can we, like, fake it? It's kind of hard to look at because it all blends so well. Like, even the new thing kind of already blends. This might be the difference we need. We'll just, like, throw in, like, one of those, and maybe just, like, a smidge of this and this. And, like, there or something. And, no, we want this. Let's thicken this so that we have a really well-defined outer lippy. And shrink the hell out of Blendo Boy. Does that help? Feels like it helps up close, but it's really... Okay. It's really hard to see from afar. This is going to add probably like a whole ass day to our timeline. But I think it's going to be such a like tremendous difference that I don't see how I can not do it. Do you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and just keep going. I don't know why I'm like already hand cramping. I am not doing a good job here. I must be squeezing too hard. It's the nerves. Anyway, yeah, we were talking about earlier. Like I said, the watch should be returning today. It may even get here while we're streaming. I probably will. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'll probably miss the notification. Mostly because my doorbell doesn't work and I won't hear it get delivered. Anyway. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. So yeah, I should get the good watch back, my favorite watch. It's funny because I have more valuable watches, right? Like I have ones that I got to sell that maybe it hasn't happened yet, or it's just not really happening. I have ones that I got that turned out to be extremely popular and the limited editions. I got them on like a clearance deal. But ultimately, or like I said, it may be one of the more expensive ones, or not one of the most expensive ones, but it's just my favorite. I don't know. It's like white and blue accents. It's very close to. Fuck. Let me go get my phone. My phone's charging. I forgot to charge it last night. Let me see if I can even find this thing because I would be surprised if I can find this, to be honest with you. Delivery rescheduled. Well, I guess we're not getting it while we're streaming. Actually, wait, that was FedEx, and I thought it was coming UPS. Oh, I'm over here, buddy. Houdinki Zodiac Super Seal. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, hey, they reviewed the one I have. All right, so hold on. That's not what I wanted, but Jesus Christ. Right, so just a reminder, that's the one I have. That's Houdinki's web seat. Sorry about losing track there. Hello, buddy, down here. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. Well, I really like their the GMT ones. Here we go. Well, this is a fake one. This is not. I don't really want to click on that link because there's no way somebody's selling one for 37 bucks. If I had to guess, if somebody is selling one, maybe I can find it on eBay. But if somebody is selling one, it's probably going to be like $3 grand. They were 1,800 on release. And I was in high school. I could not afford. Or no, I was in college. I couldn't afford that. Wasn't in high school. Um, dude, where is this watch? It used to be like the only one I would find when I would search for it. I do like their like two-tone ones, which are the GMTs, two-tone bezel and things. Oh, here we go. Hey, somebody's got one. It's the closest thing to that. This is basically kind of like that black and orange one we showed yesterday, except this one's white and green with like a very almost no blue accents, but like very dark blue. I think these are dark blue hour markers, or I guess minute markers. I don't know. Um, I just really liked that. That was like one of the first watches that I saw that I really liked. I couldn't afford it at the time, and then, like I said, I ended up coming across that one on a really solid sale, and it just kind of quickly became my favorite. It was my proxy get, you know. Unfortunately, it's now the second problem it's had. I mean, the movement service wasn't that big a deal because I mean that just happens. Um, but losing an hour marker is kind of a problem, especially since now they've replaced the dial. I hope it doesn't look too bad. I used the wrong color. I started watching an anime that apparently is currently airing maybe. Um, it is called Black Torch, and so far, kind of decent. It really gives me older anime vibes. Like, there was a period where this was kind of the thing, but basically the premise is this is, I guess, a spoiler. I mean, it's basically like the start of the first episode, but it's like high school student kind of, how do I put it? Kind of testy, you know, gets involved in something that he shouldn't be involved in, and everyone else in a part of that world it doesn't, you know, respect him because, you know, he's not part of that world, but he's now part of that world, and he has to like struggle to find his way through it. And you know, that's not that uncommon of a trope or anything, but it's like I feel like that has fallen off as like the go-to trope, whereas that used to be the go-to thing. And I don't know, it's kind of nice because it's not just isekai, right? Like that's kind of been the go-to trope for a while. You know, something brought to another world to be the hero or whatever, or to subvert the hero. A lot of them are subverting the hero now, where, you know, they come in and the world has heroes, but like the heroes are actually like weaker than the guy who got brought here because it, you know, as recompense or whatever for, I don't think that's the right word actually in this case, but as a reward for their suffering, you know, for in either in their last life or, you know, because they were accidentally killed and they weren't supposed to. Very common trope, right? As a reward for that suffering, they get like OP as shit powers, and it turns out that completely distorts the balance, and suddenly, you know, you have this crazy powerful character in the world, and that's just so common. This is like a more old approach of like, you know, dude or you know, girl, whichever, gets basically like put into a terrible situation that they weren't a part of, you know, a secret world of monsters and demons or whatever, and now they have to navigate the difficulty of that. Not what I meant to do, but you know what? What if we just roll with it? I feel like it's almost refreshing that we're, I guess, coming full circle in a way. It's not that I don't enjoy isekais, it's just that like almost every fucking anime for like the past year has been something like that. Like, oh, I'm the villainess from my dating game that I got put into, or oh, I'm my character from the video game I got put into. I'm not saying those are bad or anything, I'm just saying it's nice to have a little break. Alright, that's definitely breaking up a little bit of the blockiness. It's just that we have to do so much more to really get into it. I'm thinking we might have to like copy paste for this because I don't know if I have it in me to just draw the rest of these fucking things. I might have to actually draw it on a separate layer and put it behind base so that it doesn't show up in front of this. Actually, that might just be what we do overall. I have an idea. Let's get Lefty Lucy done. Control C. Ooh, this might get the arm. Is the arm part of detail? I think so. Fuck. So what happens now? We have. Nope, that did not work. Okay. Oh, I see. We're not hooked up to this. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, I have the wrong thing up. So this is Lefty. So let's see if we can't like. Nah, we're gonna have to draw this by hand, aren't we? Okay. What if I undo everything I just did? So we put it behind base. Shit, it can't go behind base. Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this manually. No. Damn, it's so close. We could maybe do this if I just like erase all of this. Kind of a cool effect we had going there. Okay. Well, not ideal. It is not ideal. We'll see. We can always delete that later. You know, I guess now I can move this out of base, right? Because we got rid of a lot of the stuff that was blocking. Alright. Anyway, let's get back on this. We are definitely not done here. Did I pick the wrong one? Guess I did. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't like how I don't know long that feels, but I feel like it's necessary due to the way I have managed to fuck this up overall. Oh my. Oh heavens. Okay. So now we can hit this with that. Kind of blendo dicko everything. Hopefully. See, that one feels weird. I think my problem was these were all too close in size, which I like originally wanted because this image here on screen has them basically all identical to size. And I was like, okay, so they pulled it off by kind of just like doing that. Theirs is like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not selecting on anything. Theirs was like this, but I was like, well, I want it to feel more like the tip of a feather or something. I don't know. I like that felt too rounded and like you know, you look at a feather and they're not rounded, but like from afar they do like a peacock feather would look like that. But I didn't really feel like I wanted peacock feathers. I wanted like raptor feathers where it kind of comes to a point and maybe frays a little bit because this is a raptor, you know, it's a wild creature. It's the wrong one. Okay. What if I just do this real quick? Can I get away with this? You can't keep getting away with it. Anyway, like I was saying, Black Torch was pretty good. I'm only 2 episodes in. I actually thinking about it, that might have been all that was there. You know, an example of I'm about to sneeze. Hold up. Good thing need tissues is right here, man. Anyway, an example of an anime where like the main character is just stupidly powerful would be Ascendance of a Bookworm. I think there's a new season. Well, not the latest season. I think I just finished, and I'm trying my best to really enjoy it because there's like fun elements to it. But what always takes me out is realizing that the characters are like 5 years old. And look, I understand that 5 year olds historically have done work, right? But if you've met a 5-year-old, they are not well articulated at all. And like all of the 5-year-olds in this are like immensely intelligent. Like they're just adults, and it just doesn't it takes you completely out of it because it's clear that whoever wrote this has not talked to anyone under 10. Like they've never been around like a niece or nephew. They've never, you know what I mean? And maybe that's for the best, but also, you know, like the it doesn't really add up is how I'm going to put it. Like these kids are all apparently the most geniuses of all time. I what I'll say is I I don't spend a lot of time around kids. So maybe I'm wrong, but I was a kid once. I I've seen media with actual children in it, right? I've never like it just doesn't make sense. Like it just doesn't add up. I've had younger cousins, when I was old enough to absolutely observe their behavior. It does not add up. It's not the behavior of children that age. Like again, I understand that people have made the argument. It's actually been a topic of discussion for that anime. They've made the argument that like, oh, you just have to go back like 100 years and you'll have child labor. So what are you talking about? There's a difference between child labor, sorting things, or gluing shit together like hard manual labor, and like these children who are apparently fucking like geniuses. It's just like it's basically the same problem I have with anime where or any media where your your main character is just a genius. It's a common thing. Basically, they have all the answers, right? There's a big reveal. They're supposed to be stunned and they say, "Yep, I knew it all along." And they either a lot of times just don't really even explain how they knew, or their explanation for how they knew makes no sense as a viewer because you were never privy to the information apparently the main character was, right? It'll give you like a flashback cutscene that wasn't included in original footage. And you're supposed to be like, "Oh, that's how he knew. He's so smart." But to me, it's just like it's fucking stupid. Like, what are you talking about? If you had confidence in the intelligence of the character you created, you wouldn't like have hid the details that basically give away the story. It's like always the same shit too. It's like, oh, he's so smart. He has all the answers. They're just about to lose whatever battle or duel of wits or whatever, conversation, debate, whatever. They're about to get in trouble for something they didn't do because somebody set them up, and then they just say, "Uno reverse. Gotcha, bud. I've set up all of these things that, of course, the audience didn't get to know about. Therefore, I've won." Like, come on, man. And that's like the reveal of their intelligence, that they're one step ahead, even of the audience. I just think that's poorly played because how am I supposed to give a fuck? Super common. I feel like this is making it a little better, but it's kind of still not enough. Wrong one. What if I do this? Is that enough? Hey, that's not too bad. And then we hit it with like maybe that. A little bit of that. Come on down the center with a little stripey boy. Come on back around now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What if I wanted to break? Hopefully this works. That's the wrong one. Okay. All right. That's the wrong one again. Let's just kind of disappear that behind that. Do, 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 do. Feel like that weirdly got like super aggressively blended, and like nothing else has. All right. I'm thinking what might help is to try and like blend a couple of feathers in from like up the arm a little more. I don't know, man. Okay. Kind of look like little chili peppers, don't they? Should be okay to do like two at the ready there, you know? That does not look good. Okay. Can do 2 of the same ones. That'll be fine. Okay. So if I take this and I just start filling some of these spots in. Okay. That didn't work. Oh, bother. Do. If these were a little more clean, I would just skip to the next color. But these came out kind of like not filled properly. So I'm trying to make up for that. Should we stop using the model, by the way? I'm kind of like covering part of the painting. The art, if you will. What do we think? I feel like maybe it's okay because nobody really cares, and I do zoom out quite a bit. You're not really missing anything. Like, generally the work is central if I'm drawing, because I like move things so that they are centered. So I don't think it's that problematic, but it could be. Man, this spot looks fucking bad. What the hell? It's almost like too much of a mess. I'm really close to just not keeping this and just deleting all of the feathers. Feathers are kind of mixed in there. What do we think of that? Okay. How's it going? I feel like my fan's being weirdly loud. Kind of bothering me. We're fine. Okay. I feel like they feel like feathers and then they stop feeling like feathers. I don't know how to put it. They feel like a drawing of a feather and not like a real feather. I think that's maybe what it is. Looks like kelp now. Feel like I maybe need some more up here. Maybe I don't. Hold on. Can I get away with this? I think we might be able to get away. Oop. Get away with this now. We've got enough texture to kind of like trick it. I have to try and keep with the flow of wherever the feathers are while I'm doing this. Okay. I feel like this gives a good like fur effect, but it's not doing as well for the feather. Okay, so now if I come in and just kind of like blend, so maybe we can break up the lines a little bit. Looks okay from afar. It does still feel super blocky like around here. I don't really know how to fix that though. Okay. It does help, but I don't think it's enough. Okay. We can maybe come down a little bit on this so that it gives some type of effect. Okay. See, now these feel kind of awkward, don't they? Fuck. I can't win, bro. All right. I think we stand up for a sec. Like 50 minutes in, 45 minutes in, and I haven't gone past the feathers. This is not ideal. Very not ideal moment. Okay. Very hot in here. I don't like it. I got a fan pointed at me. We'll see. We'll see how we survive this incident. Think we might have to redo the tail feathers. Okay. Okay, should be able to just fill that. And then kind of like, you know, come in on it. You know how it is. Why is it not really working? Whatever. Okay. You know, I'm remembering there was something I wanted to do here. To try and like feather it out, and that involved this with this. But I don't. It might be too much now. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay. Okay, apparently I can't zoom out. There we go. Let's save because it's being a little weird. There we go. Feels a bit better, but it still just feels too, like, blocky to me. I guess we'll just send it on that. Oh, we're on the wrong one. So let's go to lefty here. I'm thinking, you know, actually, how do we do this? Because I want layer over that. Maybe I go back to deep and we do some feathers on this layer so that we can kind of cover some of the arm. shoot, I don't know how this is gonna work, actually. I don't think that actually makes any sense. I don't know, man. I think maybe I have to do this. And then just, like, mix this a couple of times. And then maybe, like, a couple of the really dark ones again. And if we just come through and blend, hopefully this is enough to kind of get like a molded feeling in. I don't know how to explain it. Now we kind of have a little bit of a merge, and we'll just do that like another time or two. What I'll say is we kind of blended away a little too much in certain spots. Okay, that feels a bit better. Oh boy. What is going on? I might take a break from the feathers. We still have to work on here, and I think maybe readdress this, but I'm kind of sick of it. And on that note, should I change this tail? Because I feel like the tail looks funny. Feel like it should be the other way. Right? Or am I tripping? I think this is right. Okay. So let's go to normal shade. Actually, hold on. Let's undo these last ones. I don't feel like these really added too much. And let's get back to it like this. And let's hit normal shade. We should be able to grab this color. And then do this. I don't know why this feels like it makes more sense to me. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I don't know. I feel like I maybe... Oh no, erasing this isn't really the smartest play, is it? Okay. Nope. Okay, can I start it here? Okay, there we go. a little better. Right? Let's increase maybe the size of this so we can just kind of like speed brush it. And then increase the size of this one so we can speed blend it. All right. Yeah, I feel like that's more with the flow of the overall thing. It's not perfect, but I don't know. The other one kind of felt like it was going backwards. Like you have the neck kind of coming down. Like here's your start, and it kind of goes like this, and then it kind of went like this. Like so, instead of going like this and then like that, it was going like this, and it felt like you were going like that, and then you had to come back. And I just feel like this is a better flow of the lines to me. Whether or not they actually are, I don't know. But just like mentally, this works better for me. Okay, I feel like we need something like here and here. Maybe I do some more like little feathery boys or something. What if I use this one? What I'm trying to do with this, I think, is maybe like give a more wispy feathered effect to like the base so that hopefully it doesn't feel quite as like solid. Okay. I don't know. I almost feel like if I do this, I'm going to have to do it everywhere. But I kind of feel like I have to do this. Otherwise, it's just going to feel like entirely fucking bland. Okay. Maybe we don't do it everywhere. Maybe we just like occasionally put like the lines, if you know what I mean. Hold on. Did that even draw? It did. Okay. What if I increase the spacing? Okay. So we want next to no spacing. That will give us that. Size. That turns that into that. Want roughly around here. Maybe a little bigger. Like, what about 15-ish? This is 12. I feel like 15, they'll probably start getting too big. But we'll see. It's too uniform. Okay. All right. Let's maybe start using like a couple of different colors on it. What if I use this color? I think that might be a good play. Okay. So this should be, what, in shade maybe? Come on, buddy. Get in the lines. Come on. Quit fucking around. Get in the lines. Probably do need some of those little liney boys up on deets for the head, right? Nice to be able to just cover up your mistakes, right? I do kind of feel like there's like no feathers coming off the back. What if I just kind of like do this? Kind of give it like a feathered look. I think this might work. Such a pain in the ass, dude. Why do I do these things? Why can't I just be fucking normal? Why can't I just draw big titty anime girls? Can't even fucking tell I did anything. What am I doing? Alright. Let's go. How do I pull off this scar? Okay. That's not working. There we go. I think I just accidentally chose a different color. There we go. Okay. I think we might have to just wing the color gradients on this. So let's try and make this like darker here. Maybe even darker than that for like right here. Can we like maybe just add a tinge of red? That going. Almost feels too close to me to the eyelid color, if you will. Okay, that's way too big. Let's bring that down to like 6 might be too small, but let's just see what we can pull out of here, you know? It's not that bad. You can kind of not really tell, but it's good enough, right? Okay. I think maybe we need to go over like the bodied feather stuff with like a blend tool. What do we think? This could be kind of a tough one, but I feel like some of it's like really, really weirdly, well, not that weirdly, but you know, weirdly well defined. But that's not defined enough. Okay, no, that's not the answer. Maybe like one pass. What if I do like a big pass? It's like sort of working. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna clear the wheel because it's feeling pretty crowded right now. Let's grab this there. And let's maybe try and do like some sort of a lip texture if we can. Maybe it'll be better if I do it with this. Do 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 do. I feel like the face is like weirdly almost empty. There's like a lot of areas where I just feel like we need more detail, but I don't know how to add what I want. Okay. Can we get maybe that? What if I do this? It's too much. I don't know what just happened or how I did that, but I did do that. Okay, so now we have the path to follow. Okay. Hey, Lamau. We got him. Thinking maybe we come back in with something a little darker for some of this. Although it's actually lighter near the lips on this image. I don't know, I feel like generally lips are darker though, right? I guess. Do raptors have lips? Are these lips? Do these qualify as lips or are they something else? Are they cloacan vegetables or something? I don't fucking know. Do raptors have cloacas? Okay. So I'm thinking Arby's. Dude, how does it, how does it always turn into that? Every time. Think about Arby's a lot. Okay. So these are pretty well defined, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and define them. Almost feels like I'm drawing teeth. I think this is the exact color that I picked for there somehow. I mean, it's probably not that surprising. There's only so many colors in that other image, so. Doesn't feel like I did anything at all today. We spent so much time trying to fix the feathers, and honestly, I don't really feel like we did a good job. I'm still kind of torn if I should just delete them or not. Like, I can't tell if it's just my desire to try and include colors and maybe be a little accurate, or, I'm just kind of being a bitch. These almost feel too 3D right now. I'm not really liking it very much. Because these really aren't meant to be super 3D. They were just supposed to be like a little bit textured. But like, it doesn't have that feel. Can't really even tell if this is doing anything. Okay, it did something there at the end. Still feel like this like lighter lavendery ish adjacent. I don't know. It's more like a light blue. I feel like that area feels super empty, and I just don't know what to put there. I'm trying to generally line them up. I know it probably doesn't really show, but I'm not trying to make it exactly perfect. So I'm trying to do like maybe 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. But like every so often, I want them to end near the other one's end, if that makes sense. God damn it, I hate that phrase so fucking much. Damn you, glup shitto. Honestly, I kind of feel like I should just fucking continue this, like, the whole goddamn way. Fix that, and where did we get this purple from? Like, from her skin somewhere? Maybe here? What do you think of this? Okay, that's not too bad. Ah, okay. That's gonna be a problem. Didn't realize that that was on deep layer. Thought that was on shade for some reason. I mean, it should be on deep, thinking about it, but I didn't know I did that. I think this is what I should have spent my time on, putting these little, like, pustules everywhere instead of the feathers. I think this no feathers all over the body would have looked much better than feathers. That's my mistake. Oh boy. Okay. You know, I'm wondering if I could just actually do this. Nope. I didn't think so. Because I thought about it, and this is technically like part of that, and it's like close enough that, yeah. I mean, you would think no, but also you would think yes. Like the edge shading of the darker color is basically almost this color, and so they it thinks that they're the same. Even though you and I, especially in pixel mode here, can tell. It's like, well, I think this is what bro wants. It really does feel like teeth, and it's kind of bothering me. I think I need something darker. Man, I didn't realize just how much we fucking drew, dude. This is so goddamn much. I'm gonna take a second. I need a better chair. Ugh. I mean, this isn't even a chair. I could move my chair over, but then I have to move my chair over. Okay. Thinking we add a little more feathers to the head. Looking at this, feels kind of funky, doesn't it? I wonder if I can maybe shrink the jawline. I feel like the bottom jaw is a little thick without fucking up too much. Kind of hoping to be done today, but I don't think we're gonna make it. We're looking at least next Saturday, I think. I deserve this. My boy Glip Shido. Okay, so let's suck that in. Interesting, I kind of feel like my tablet's getting a little warm. Okay. It is quite hot. Um, so I'm gonna guess that that's the reason why. I mean, it's approaching time I'd get off, but I'd like to get this done. I feel like there's more I want to do. Like, it doesn't feel complete, but I don't know what it is that I want to do. If that, God damn it, I hate that. Stop it. Get some help. Damn, we have so much left. That's crazy. Why didn't the top one didn't feel like this, did it? I don't feel like we felt almost overwhelmed. We did do the top one better, though. Somehow not knowing what I was going to do exactly paid off up there because, like, I just kind of did whatever I felt like, and it kind of worked. But then, like, trying to replicate the look, but not freehanding it, coming in with a plan, ended up being a bad plan. Okay. Nope, that is too blunt. Okay. Now we take this and we go here. And can we, like, go maybe just a shade darker? Okay. Okay, so that is working. I don't know why. I didn't really feel like it was working for a second there. Now that feels like too busy and detailed compared to the rest of it. So now the rest of it feels like it needs it. God damn it, dude. I can't catch a fucking break. What am I doing? Alright. What can I do to the chest here? None of these images really have anything going for it. I'm thinking maybe something like this. There's backlines. So we'll do something like that. And we'll just kind of like cut in. But I'm thinking, what if we do it actually a little lighter? What if we, like, take this color? No, we already have that color shading. Take this color. It's almost too light. She does have like this like silver stuff around her. I don't think that really makes a whole lot of sense though as like a skin thing. We'll just try and see what we can pull out of this though. So we'll do that. We'll get this on. And maybe we won't make these as complicated. Just a couple of these stripes so that there's like the slightest bit of contrast. Fuck. Okay, this is not going to work, is it? Can I take this color, please? Thank you. God damn it, dude. Why does it do that sometimes? So frustrating. I have to make this slightly lighter so that it doesn't match that precisely, but it can't match this because there's shading there. Which kind of fucking sucks, but hey, we're doing what we can do, you know? Kind of do that so it doesn't look as fucking sudden. God, that just doesn't work, does it? My boy Glup Bushido. Okay. Okay. Got that. Fantastic. Let's grab this. Maybe a little smidgen of this. So I feel like it's blending a little too much with that arm there. There you go. I don't like it. I'll probably leave it, but I'm not like a huge fan of this. Okay. I'll do one more. We'll maybe do it like, we'll grab that. We'll do it like, we'll do two more. We'll do one here and then one up top. I think that should be fine. Should be more than enough, right? So that adds some level of intrigue. It adds some texture so it's not feeling so blocky and flat. Okay. Right. A little different. I don't like it. It just kind of looks like I fucked up the lines there, doesn't it? Well, what can you do, you know? Should I try to do one on the, like, under chin part? It's too much just that color. Just yoink that. Okay. So let's hit him with that. Let's take this. Hit him with this. We take that. Hit him with that. Maybe come back in just a smidge on it. Let's try to blend it well enough. I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's enough. It just kind of like fucks with the eye a little. I don't like it. Um, should I try to do this color? Thinking yes. This is on backlines. Fuck. It was actually like really good too. No. Alright, that'll have to do. Man, that means like all of that other stuff is on backlines. I mean, that's fine. You know what? That's probably why I did it, right? Because it's like front lines instead of backlines. What? What? How is that possible? Um, anyway, we're gonna do, I think, the collar, the leg chain, the collar chain, of course, and then I don't know, maybe fix up the feathers on those arms again. Okay, so we have this. Spikes, huh? Maybe we do this first. I don't like that. How do I do this? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get off for the night, or the morning. PNG save. So we're gonna try and figure out a way to make the like buckle sort of 3D, and we have to figure out a way to make the spike not basically turn into just like a flat thing. So I'm thinking maybe do two, one slightly that way, one slightly that way. You know what I mean? Sorry, you couldn't see that. Slightly that way, slightly that way. Maybe like one kind of coming off, but you can only see the tip. Then like we'll try and maybe do the buckle, hang a chain down. Maybe do a chain to here. I don't know, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But we can definitely do like one of these leg chains. Could do the arm chains as well. We could do the waist chain maybe. Maybe we'll do... We won't really have that leg chain. So maybe we'll do ankle chain and that. I don't know. What do we think? So that's what we'll have to remember to do next Saturday. But I think we get off for the today. Sorry we didn't get to finish it. But hey, we're doing our best. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. Hopefully I can catch you in the next one, whatever that is. But until then, my hand is off the screen. Bye.